Christina and Graham Stetson are two very passionate business owners here in Norwood. Their store, Modern Eyes, is looking for ways to modernize the way the eyes are looked after by keeping what works and utilizing new technology that is available today.
Modern Eyes is a technology-forward, medically focused practice. So we're meant to bring as much care and attention individually to patients, but also leveraging technology to allow us to make these visits more efficient for everyone involved, because the medical system is complicated enough. Let's use technology to our advantage, shall we? I would say the reason that we chose this location and why we were so excited about it was the historic nature of the building. It was built in 1899. Originally was a general store, actually the whole block. And since then it has had a number of iterations, including banks, and it was actually a jewelry store a couple times over. And it was just a lovely location. But a lot of the hidden charm in the building was hidden behind the walls, drywall and drop ceilings. So when we came into this space and we peeked up underneath that those drop ceiling tiles and we saw the tin ceiling, the original tin ceiling, I just knew it was the right spot for us. It kind of paid homage to the history and beauty and charm of the town that we loved, and it also brought that charm back to the neighborhood because they could see what we saw in the building originally. So the process from beginning to end took about a year to put together. I mean, it was kind of an empty shell. Like I said, it was a jewelry store before, so it did take some effort to get it to this point. But it was a battle of love, I'll say. We just kept fighting really hard to keep all of those historic elements that really spoke to this space, and in some ways really kind of aligned with our own personal philosophy of keep what is good, what is old but good, and just bring it up to date as much as possible. I mean, Modern Eyes, it's all about bringing forth what is good and keeping that, and just making sure that it was something that was presented well and really cared for.
One of the many people behind Modern Eyes' modernization is Echelon Builders owner Lenny Gimmelfarb.
It's an awesome space and an awesome town, and just the history of the building and what it looked like before, there was a lot of potential to make it really something special. It definitely changed as we went along because we just kept finding new areas to open up that had little presence and little secrets for us. Like we found, the paneled tin walls with the beadboard up in the front. We found a bunch of amazing brickwork in the back. Found a lot of cool ceiling details that we were just able to see little peaks of, and we kind of decided to go for it and see what could happen, and we found something really, really special. Small business is everything. It's like the backbone of America, of people, and of communities. So when you have small businesses that are truly meant, and like their mission statement is to succeed by providing a service to the community, like that's a win-win. So to have more and more businesses come in that do the right thing, that want to provide the service, that's a game-winning combination, and you're not going to beat that. You can't fake it either. So that's, I think, is huge, especially for a town like Norwood.
While Christina handles all the marketing for the company, Graham Stetson is the Doctor of Optometry at Modern Eyes.
My husband is actually the optometrist in the practice, and he was an optician for many years before, and so he has all of the retail background as well. When he graduated from his residency, he was very excited to start seeing patients and bring some of that expertise into the field, but he felt that a lot of times when you're in these larger practices, they get kind of lost in the cracks. So by opening our own practice, Modern Eyes, we've been able to bring in all of the new information that he has from his recent training, as well as all of the latest technology that he had been learning about in his training, and really provide the best care to patients right where we live, specifically in Norwood. We actually are residents of Norwood, so it felt like the right place to open because these are our neighbors and our friends and our family, and we want to be able to provide those services directly to them.
I do think that there's a dearth of high-quality, comprehensive medical eye care that's accessible and efficient. And so, I wanted to help out my local community. It didn't hurt that I wasn't commuting a half hour or an hour to where I was working, but I wanted to contribute to this community, and I had a goal for the kind of eye care that I wanted to provide that's both convenient and comprehensive, as well as being accessible to many segments of the population. We're working with the Norwood Public Schools, we're working with the Senior Center, so we're trying to integrate with the community. We're members of the local Chamber of Commerce, so we're trying to do all the right things to integrate with the Norwood Central Business Association, and so it's really just helping the community. With the school specifically, we're working on a program where if a child fails the school screening, then they get referred to us, whether they have insurance or not. We're working with a program called VSP Eyes of Hope to provide exams and eyewear to people without insurances. And so, we're trying to make sure our kids get the best education they can, and they need their eyes for that.
Between the community feel and welcoming neighbors, Norwood seems to be a great fit for Modern Eyes so far.
Norwood is this beautiful little town in the middle of Massachusetts that just has this great feel. It's friendly, it's warm. We chose it for ourselves to live here, but we also love the community aspect. They have a lot of events during the year. They are very community focused. And in fact, they won't be called a city. It's always going to be a town because they just love the neighborhood feel. And I have to say, I agree with them. It's really a lovely place to spend an afternoon, just walking around and shopping as well as anything else. And I just feel like there's definitely, a friendly vibe in this town that we completely appreciate and want to continue. I had so much support from the community. The town specifically was amazing in bringing in all the expertise, guiding us through the process. Really just hearing from all of our neighbors and feeling the love and support from them has really made all the difference.
The town itself has been extremely supportive throughout the whole construction process, and the local businesses and the local residents have been extremely encouraging and have been, a great source of confidence that, we are actually going to get this thing done. There were a few days, weeks where it was a little bleak, but the constant encouragement from the residents and the local businesses has been great.
In the future, I'd like to see us be a very busy practice, but I want to make sure that we continue to see the individual side of patients, that they really feel that personal communication with us. They feel connected to us and not, just a store that you walk through, but a practice that really cares about you and cares about your family. So we want to see that happen. At the moment, we have one doctor who will be seeing patients, but we have actually planned expansion to allow us to bring, more care to the area. I know that there's a limited access because of a number of providers that have left the area, so we want to make sure that we are ready to, step into that gap and provide care for all who need it. There are a number of ways that they can get an appointment with us. One is just a call. You can also walk through the door. We're actually seeing walk-ins at the moment because we want people to feel welcomed. We can also, take appointments through the website. There's a bot on the website that you can talk to in the middle of the night if you want to find out common eye conditions, and you can also schedule an appointment with the doctor. So we have a number of channels. We're so excited to be here, and we're just so excited to see people and to have them come and experience what we know we can provide for them, and that's the best care.